Hey everybody, Ramblin Mike here. Gonna share another fun tarot deck with you today. It is the Malefic Time Tarot. Definitely an adult themed tarot deck. Gothic, but I like adult themed tarot decks. I like Gothic decks. This is put together by, there they are, Fournier. They put together many of these fun decks. Annie Stokes are produced by these people. Several of the decks that I've done reviews on are done by these people. They do fun, adult-themed decks, like I said, which I like. With the Malefic Tarot, you know, you get the box, which I've signed, you know, because I've trimmed it. This is modified. I've trimmed this deck down. Some people watch these because they want to see what the entire deck looks like. I am going to go through all 78 cards right here. Some people watch these because they want to see what a deck looks like modified. Others watch these because they're interested in getting their hands on one of these. And if you're interested in grabbing one of these that I've modified for you, all that information is down below in the description area. Shoot me a text to that telephone number right there, and I'll send you an invoice. And then that day, I'll be able to put these in the mail that very day. I always smudge my stuff. I always bless them. Always wrap them up real nice, make them all pretty for you, and get them in the mail just as soon as I possibly can. So I do spend a little bit of time with them. With this deck, you get the box, you know, and you get the cover card, which I've signed. This is what the back looks like. The back cover. And a little information about the deck on the other side. And it does come, you know, with a little white book. Kind of the little white folder. And it's 4 or 5 languages. It's basically just buzzwords. You know what they are. Buzzwords for both upright and reversed. And this is a Pip deck as well. And a Pip deck is a deck where the minor arcana 2 through 10 are all the same symbols. So, I mean, it's definitely an advanced tarot deck. But nothing's wrong with being an advanced tarot deck reader. And everybody should know how to read a Pip deck. People are impressed when you can tell them a story, and all you got to look at is little dots or symbols on some cards right there. It blows their minds. All right. Let's play with this. Now, the Fool is not my favorite card in this deck, so I didn't like him up on the front. And you can put the Fool at the end of the major arcanas, or you can put the Fool in the middle of the major arcanas. They're all proper settings for tarot decks. And I like to have my decks in my house and in my collection. They're all right. I've noticed that when they're all scattered all over the place, I don't know, it changes the vibration in my house. So I do spend a lot of time making sure that when I'm not playing with a deck, that it is set in its proper order. It helps me, with as many tarot decks as I have around me, keep everything right. Maybe talking to some tarot readers out there, may need to just take a minute and go through and just straighten your stuff out that you're not playing with and put it up on a shelf nice and neat. It's all vibration, huh, peeps? So, I have personally placed the Fool at the end of the major arcana. When you see him, you'll be like, oh, okay. It's definitely an adult deck. Here we go. All 78 cards of the Malefic Time Tarot deck. Here's number 1, our Magician. And I like him. That is one cool Magician. The backs came out nice with the trim. You know, it's what I call my petite size. A beautiful size for doing clarification on spreads. You can just throw them right out, and you can still see the other cards underneath them. I love this size. Here's our High Priestess. Here is the Empress. And our Emperor. I mean, it's a cool deck, man. Here's the Hierophant. He's amazing in my opinion. Here's our Lovers. Wow. Wow, love that. I love that Lovers card. The Passion in it. Here's our Chariot. Looks like it had a Nuki meltdown. Here is Justice. Justice is 8 in this deck. So he's definitely adult themed. And this Hermit, number 9. I mean, he's amazing. I love him. There's the Hermit. And our Wheel of Fortune. It's very nice. 11 is Strength. A lot of Pip decks do that. This company seems to swap those Strength and Justice around a lot. Here's 12, our Hangman. 13 is Death. It's really cool when you get up in there and look at that picture. There's all kinds of faces and people and all kinds of stuff in that picture right there. It's really cool art. Here is Temperance. Here's the Devil. Here, I'm just looking through my cards, making sure I'm doing right. Here's the Tower. Boy, she looks like she could bring a tower in if you guys go rambling, huh? Yeah, nice Tower card. Here's the Star. And the Moon. Here's the Sun. Judgment. And the World is very interesting. Because all that seems, you know, fantasy, and then boom, the world is, well, the world we live in right there. Oh, Gotham City right there, huh? Now here's our Fool. There he is. So, I just didn't want him on the front of my tarot deck. He's a little different than my taste. But you know, different strokes, different folks. And that's the beauty of tarot. That's why there's so many different kinds of tarot decks. Up with our Wands, our minor arcana. Here is the Ace of Wands. I think it's an amazing Ace of Wands. And then we have our Pips, 2 through 10. And the Wands here are represented by a ram's horn. The 2 through the 10, I'm just going to show them to you. You know, it's a Pips deck. Up to our face cards with the Wands here. They call them the Knave. I call them the Page. The Page of Wands. Here is our Knight of Wands. Our Queen of Wands. And our very cool King of Wands. Off to the swords. Love this Ace of Swords. It's amazing. And our pips, 2 through 10. But you know, these pips are set up nice because they should be so that you ain't got to stare at it and you can pick up the 2, the 3, the 4, you know, the 5, the 6. They're nice, and a nice pip deck should be like that, so you ain't got to sit there and count them. When it comes up, you can see what that card is quickly. I like it, and this deck is set up that way with their pips. I mean, if you're going to have a pip deck, make it easy as possible for the reader to be able to read it. So I like that. Here we go for our Page of Swords. Our Knight of Swords. Here's our Queen. And our very cool King of Swords, huh? And now to our cups. I love this Ace of Cups. It's gorgeous, man. Super cool deck. And our pips again. 2 through 10. With the cups, you know. And the different spacings in them. It's nice. As far as the pip deck goes. And to our Page of Cups. Here's the Knight of Cups. This artwork is outstanding. Here is the Queen of Cups. It's laundry day, huh? And our King of Cups. And to our Pentacles. I absolutely love this Ace of Pentacles. It's gorgeous. Ace of Pentacles. And our Pentacles 2 through 10. The pips are just your basic pips again, but they're all set up really nice again, so you can see they are at quick view. And then we have our Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Our Queen of Pentacles. And last but not least, our very cool King of Pentacles. As you can see, man, it is a cool deck. It's definitely gothic. It's definitely an adult deck. I cut it down. It is petite. You know, here, I'll show you my hand. You know, the size of it right there. You know, a lot of the minis, they're just too little. And then you know me, they got the dreaded border on them too. You gotta cut that off, and then they're dinky. This is a petite, not a dinky. I like petites. Yeah, this thing's got nice lamination on it, great cardstock. See, I just love the way that these fit right in your hand, man. They shuffle so nice, man, when you do a little modification on these tarot decks, in my opinion. Also, it helps that artwork to pop right out. These shuffle really nice. It's got great cardstock. I love the cardstock. I like everything about this deck right here, to be honest with you. So, like I said before, if you're interested in grabbing one of these, all that information's down below in the description area. Go ahead and send me a text. I'll get this thing in the mail to you today. Here we go, cutting the deck, because we're going to pull a card for those of you that stuck to the end, huh? Here we go. What we get? The Knight of Wands. There's old Knucklehead right there, boy. Just saying. Hey, I hope you guys are enjoying these. I know I am. Have an amazing day. Namaste. Love and light. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.